we clutch. It isn't much, but it's enough to make me wonder what's in store for us. It's lust, it's torturous. You must be a sorceress, cause you just did the impossible. Gain my trust. Don't play games, it'll be dangerous if you fuck me over. Cause if I get burnt, I'ma show you what it's like to hurt. Cause I've been treated like dirt before you, and love is evil. Spell it backwards, I'll show you. Nobody knows me, I'm cold. Walk down this road all alone. It's no one's fault but my own. It's the path I've chosen to go. Frozen in snow, I show no emotion whatsoever. So don't ask me why I have no love for these motherfucking hoes. Blood sucking succubuses. What the fuck is up? But I ain't had no love with this. It sucks, but it's exactly what I thought it would be. Like trying to start over. I got a hole in my heart, but some kind of emotional roller coaster. Something I won't go on till you toy with my emotions. So it's over. It's like an explosion every time I hold you. I wasn't joking when I told you. You take my breath away. You're a supernova. No.
I'm a space-time rocket ship and now I'm still the moon. And I'm aiming at you. At you. 250,000 miles on a kid, I need you. And I'm aiming at you. At you. At you.
I'll do whatever it takes. When I'm with you, I get the shakes. My body aches when I ain't with you. I have zero strength. There's no limit on how far I would go. No boundaries, no lengths. Why do we say that until we get that person that we think's gonna be that one? And then once we get them, it's never the same. You want them when they don't want you. Soon as they do, feelings change. It's not a contest of nine. No conquest for no mate. I wasn't looking, but I stumbled onto you. Must have been fate. So much is the stake with the focus it take. Let's cut to the chase for the door shots in your face. Promise me if I cave in and break, I'll leave myself open and I won't be making a mistake. Cause
I'm a space-time rocket ship and your heart's the moon. And I'm aiming at you. Right at you. 250,000 miles on a kid, I need you. And I'm aiming at you. Right at you. Right at you.
So after a year and 6 months, it's no longer me that you want. But I love you so much it hurts. Never mistreated you once. I pour my heart out to you. Let down my guard, swear to God. I pour my brains in your lap. Lay here tied in your arms. Drop to my knees and I'm bleeding. I'm trying to stop you from leaving. You won't even listen, so fuck it. I'm trying to stop you from breathing. I put both hands on your squeezing, till I snap your neck like a popsicle stick. An impossible reason I can think of to let you walk about this house and let you live. Tears stream down both of my cheeks. Then I let you go and just give. Before I put that gun to my temple, I told you this. I will do anything for you to show you how much I adored you. But it's over now, it's too late to save our love. Just promise me you'll think of me every time you look up in the sky and see a star. Cause I'm a
Space-time rocket ship and your heart's the moon. And I'm aiming at you.
Do I need to do anything?
Where's the hazard?
Say what?
So do you know
Say what?
where the hazard is?
Like your own thing.
folks headed?
To Albuquerque.
Albuquerque, okay. Where you coming from?
Some of my friends and
Oregon? Dang, it's a long drive. Yes, you're probably anxious to get there, huh?
yes.
Is this a rental car? Yeah. Is this the rental vehicle? Any weapons in the vehicle or anything like that? What day did you guys rent this on? Huh?
This one rental agreement.
Where'd you rent it at?
This one rental agreement too.
Sit tight, I'm just gonna write your citation real quick and I'll be right back, okay?
Yeah, those questions, don't answer those. They're relevant. Whatever polite way you can find them to segue away from what you.
gonna sleep for like 30 minutes. It's only been 30 minutes since the last one. I was thinking about how I was driving, so that's why I said perfect. And then I was thinking about Christmas trees. Yes.
Hi. So are you Benjamin? Okay, so you're the one that actually went into the agreement. I'm not noticing on the paperwork that your whole dash is gone, your radios.
I've had it.
Oh, I'm not noticing that you opted for the insurance on the paperwork.
No, I didn't. I have full coverage. No problem.
You don't have a copy of it with you? I don't want to have to take this back because I'm not the officer that stopped you. I have to take this back. And you don't
That's
have
fine.
So, okay. Then I'll do that. So you opted for your insurance in reference to the rental?
Yes.
Okay. And so, let me show you this real quick. Are you from Maryland?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, there you go. There's some relatives that live up there. Where do you live now? In Albuquerque? I'm sorry? Oh,
My
okay.
driver does.
Thank you. That helps too. So I'll go ahead and let him know in reference to this. I just stopped to help him because he had, I heard the traffic stop and I was nearby, so I wanted to go there and check things out. Let's get in, see. So I'll do that. I'll be right back then.
Thank you.
I'm just curious because, all right, your license is valid, right? And on your agreement it says only that you can operate the vehicle. Is it? What's the reason that you're not driving? Just
Well, legally anybody can.
it says right on your rental agreement that no other person other than the person that's renting.
She wasn't with me when I went to do it.
She wasn't
She
with
had
you?
to take over driving for me. And I had no license.
Okay. Right. Okay. Alright. I got your citation. I got it printed out. It's hard doing it off a rental agreement because I have to like type in all this stuff and it's okay, but I'll be right back.
Hours 3. It's an hours 3.
It's good too far. Never go outside.
Two guys and a lady.
Were you calling?
Oh no, I was just stretching.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. I just wanted you to know that I was noticing, so that's fine.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
this is a rental car, okay? When you had the iPad covering that section is taken out of the car right there.
Yeah.
And a rental car, you usually don't see that. All right. So
I mean, obviously I have my iPad there. It fits right there in that space. I'm an auto mechanic. So I used to
Oh, you are?
before I got hurt. But
all right. So is there anything illegal in the vehicle at all? Personal use, anything like that? Nothing at all. Okay. So I have a canine here, okay? Canine's gonna run around the car, so we're out working drug interdiction tonight, okay? The fact that you didn't want to give me information about when you rented the car and stuff, didn't talk to me.
I gave you the agreement. It has all of that information on it. Up front.
So I'm gonna have to step out. And you have your cane.
I need to put my back brace on. But
Well, you can stay in the car if you want. I'm just gonna.
I would, yeah, I would rather stay in it.
I'll make sure the canine don't stay. Alright. Nothing canine not got it. Alright. You sure? If you're honest with me, I can work with you. If you're not, then it's gonna be a system.
Answer your question.
Alright.
Hold on, man. Just gonna do this real quick, but just keep your hands on the dashboard, okay?
Yes.
name, sir?
Benjamin.
Benjamin. Okay, my name's Officer Fleming with the Grand Ranch Police Department, K-9 team. Right? Just called out here because at the request of the San Diego County Sheriff's Department, at this point in time, my dog is indicated on the vehicle to the odor or presence of narcotics. So we've got two options at this point. One is consent to search the vehicle. If we don't find anything, we just send you guys on your way. If we do find stuff, depending on what we're out here for, or what we do find, we'll go from there. To be honest, man, I'm not out here. If you got like a little bit of weed or a pipe or something that was smoked in here at one point in time, whether medicinal or personal use, I'm not worried about that, man. That's nothing. That's not what I'm out here looking for. I'm looking for the big stuff. Second option is if you don't give us consent at this point, we've got enough to obtain a search warrant on the vehicle, take the vehicle, or seize the vehicle, seal it up, and obtain a search warrant for the vehicle, at which point search at a later time. We've got up to 10 days to complete that search warrant.
How long would either one of these take?
If it's consent, man, it'll take probably 10 minutes at most. If it's a search warrant, it'll probably take 2 weeks.
How long does it take to get a search warrant?
It could take up to 10 days. And then after we
To
obtain the
get
search
a
warrant,
search warrant. So you impound the car until you get a search warrant?
that's correct.
I don't know. Can I call my lawyer and ask him if this
It's
is
entirely
legal?
up to you, sir.
How much time will you give me to?
We got about
communicate?
5 minutes before I make that decision for you.
Let me call.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I guess it's better than doing nothing. I just don't want to feel like my rights were trampled on. She's disabled as well. What about sitting in your vehicle if she wants?
Like you said, it's a little bit of personal use. That's not what we're looking for, okay? I mean, you can be out here 10 minutes and that's all it is.
Do you mind if I speak privately? Do you mind if I roll the window up for you? Can I do that? What state are we in? Say it again. Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm sorry. don't. I just want to stand up before. Is it okay if I try to talk to him first before I make a decision? Call me. Like, I'm trying to get a hold of Ben and Yelp.
Hello?
Still trying to get in contact with him.
So why up this late? Usually?
Yeah, it's not that late. But it's Saturday night, right?
Yeah, like I said, man, as far as consent goes, give us consent, we'll get you in and out of here as quick as possible.
I don't like this, man. I don't like this at all.
Well, to be perfectly frank and upfront, this situation's kind of weird, which is why we've got to come to this point.
Well, what's weird?
There's some things consistent with drug trafficking, and that's what we're investigating. And that's why
what?
we want to confirm that our suspicions are wrong, which is what I would like to hear.
Yeah, but I have to forego my rights and my comfort and
Right,
everything
exactly. That's
for
what I'm saying.
something
We run a drug
not.
dog at this point in the state of New Mexico. Once we run a drug dog, that gives us enough probable cause to obtain a search warrant on a vehicle.
Just let me tell. I've never had to deal with anything like this before.
I can't hear the traffic light.
I've never had to deal with this type of thing before, and I just want to make sure I'm doing the right thing.
Okay. And like I said, if there's something in here that, in my experience with this dog has been with me for a few years now. The dog's never wrong. So if there's, if you've got a pipe, if you've got something that, he's indicating on, I'm not worried about that. That's nothing.
It's not indicating on anything in existence.
Okay. Well, like I said, he's telling me differently, and that's why we're at this point.
Just give me a second. I gotta remember names.
Those are my favorite chips. These onion chips, or those onions. Those are so good, aren't they? Black on crispy. Right.
What happened to the console somewhere?
The iPad that y'all have, I set the iPad up here for navigation.
No, but I guess how do you control that? It's normally supposed to be.
The air conditioning controls, but everything here you can control from this.
Okay.
I was an auto mechanic, so that thing just pops off, and I just ran the charging cable for that there.
Oh, okay.
So it was there when the first officer came to the window.
Okay. All right.
just texted me. Hey Ben. I have a issue with. I was pulled over by some cops in New Mexico. My girlfriend was driving, and they wanted to. Can you hear me? I think they've had us held up for like at least a half hour now, and they got her out of the car, and they want to search the car, talking about a drug dog hit on something, and I don't want to let them like just encroach on our rights like this. And you know they said they gave us two options. They said that to either let them search the vehicle or they'll impound it and get a search warrant within 10 days and arrange transportation for us to Albuquerque where we were going to sleep. Say that again? I'm sorry, you're breaking up. Slow it down a little bit. I'm sorry, man. Just a little bit louder and slow it down. Yes, correct. I'm sorry. I can barely hear anything. They said that she was speeding, 86 and a 70. You say that again? I don't. Well, they brought a drug dog for whatever reason, and they said a drug dog hit on something, and it's like a lot of officers standing around the car. I'm sorry. Yeah, gotcha. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. You're breaking up terribly. Got you. Okay, so do you recommend me allowing the search or recommend me let them impound the car for this? Or, okay, my lawyer tells me to not consent to a search.
Just
To
tell
say
them
that.
you're gonna get a search warrant. The vehicle's gonna be sealed and impounded.
I'm-
We'll give you guys transportation to wherever.
Okay, he said, can you repeat that again? Please repeat.
So we are going to impound the car.
He said that
and
he's
seal it
going
up,
to impound the car and seal it up.
and a search warrant will be obtained.
Okay, so yeah, he's acknowledging that I don't consent to a search, and he's saying that he's going to impound the car.
We had the dog hit on the car. That's enough to get a search warrant. Okay.
He said he had the dog hit on the car, and that's enough to get a search warrant. So I do not consent. He just told me to say that. All right, is that it? Can I just do whatever they tell me to do from this point? Okay. You want me to? Okay. Okay. I'm gonna call you back when I get a better signal or something. And okay. Okay. Yeah, 'cause I can't hear you all that great. I can only make out half of what you're saying. So I'm gonna. Gotcha. Okay. Okay. So don't say a word. Just say. Would you say I don't consent to a search? Okay. Okay. If you said if they ask me questions, just say I want to speak to a lawyer. That's it. And all of this mess is what? Okay. All right. I can't hear you. I can't hear you, Ben, but I trust you. I heard it. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'll call you back as soon as I get a signal. Okay. All right. All right. Thanks, Ben. I appreciate you taking my call. Talk to you soon.
After you get out, put your back brace on, whatever you gotta do. You guys are gonna go up and take me out.
My back brace is in my blue bag in the back seat. Okay.
I'll grab that. His back brace.
Can we get our coats?
Just whatever you think.
I mean, they're just in the like right on top of the back seat. It's cold. I said our coats are just on top of the back seat.
Grab that.
What about her wallet?
Huh?
What about her wallet?
Yeah, you want me to get on you?
No, she set it down while she was getting her license and stuff.